Again, my name is Chuck Holder, and this is my partner, Alice Bookman. We are ALEs. Alice and I have been doing these presentations for about more than 5 years now. And we kind of bring a different perspective to this, because if it's one thing I found out about small business owners is they all think they're great marketers. I've owned 8 or 9 businesses over the years, and I really thought I was a marketing guru in my businesses. I was not. And so I got involved with Constant Contact so I could learn how to properly market my business. Alice is an award-winning graphic designer. It has nothing to do with sales. It's all about beginning relationships, enhancing relationships, and establishing relationships. That's what it's all about. The reason that everybody tells you social media or email marketing doesn't work is because 93% of the emails that you receive, 93% of the people are trying to sell you something. What the guy was saying, at that time in my life, I had been in business 30 years. I had spent 30 years building really, really good relationships in business. I never leveraged one of them. I never called Maylene and said, hey Maylene, it's Chuck, I'm looking to grow my business. You know me for how long now? You know, we know, like, and trust each other. Who can you introduce me to? Never once did I do that. And now you have the ability to do that every day. You have the ability to tell people about what's happening in your business, who you're hiring, what new products you're bringing on. Why should people do business with you? Every day you have that ability. So that's what really it's all about. But what we talked about, understand this, what we used to talk about 2 years ago in our seminars, we don't even talk about anymore. That's how fast it changes. Okay, 2 years ago, we hardly mentioned these things. Now, almost 70% of the people read their emails on these. 2 years ago, we hardly even mentioned them. And then the last thing we mentioned before we get into this, you all came here for different reasons. Some of you might not know anything about it. Some of you might know more than Alice and I. It all depends on what you've come here to learn. And it's not really what we know, it's what you've come here to learn. This is an ever-changing industry. And one of the things that you have to understand is, because we get it all the time, we go to do a seminar or a presentation like this, and somebody says, well, I don't like Facebook. There's 1 billion people on Facebook, somebody likes it. I don't like Twitter. There's, I don't know, 500 million people on Twitter now. Somebody likes it. We no longer can dictate where we talk to people. They tell us where they want to be. And you have to be there if you want to be successful in your business. That's the world we live in. If Facebook blows up today and it's gone tomorrow, something's going to take its place. The internet's not going anywhere. So the longer you wait to get started with this, the harder it's going to be, because it is constantly changing. This isn't about spamming people and sending people that don't want your information. We'll help you grow your list so you're sending in information to people that want to know more about you and your business. Professional email communications. Free, relevant information is what you need to share with your people. What can it do for your business? Drive revenue and profit. It's all about the information and what you're sharing. What do your people want to know? The people that you're conferring with and you're sending messages to, what do they want to know? I don't care how well you know your business. You don't know what your clients and prospects want to know. The best thing about email marketing is they tell you what they want to know, because you can track everything. How people look at emails, they see who it's coming from and what's the subject. And in less than 2 seconds, they're going to decide whether they're going to open it and read it or not. They have to know who it's coming from, and it's got to be an interesting subject line. That's very important. In less than 2 seconds, it's a yay or a nay. And if it is a yay and they open it up and it's a book, they're gone. They don't have time to read it in this day and age. You want it to be very, very short and concise. We're not talking about sharing tons of information. Let them decide what's important to them. Quick little sentence or two, continue reading. They'll decide if they want to read on or not. It's about connecting the people that know, like, and trust you with the people they know, like, and trust. I don't know who does this kind of work, but I can't imagine why. But more people own a cell phone than own a toothbrush.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, we'll just leave that up to our imagination.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. And we'll just kind of move on. If you are serious about growing your business and growing, bringing more money into your business, this is not an option. It's the world we live in. Email marketing is in my consulting business. I have 3 types of clients. And my clients in my list A don't care about the information I'm sending to the people in list C. Why would I send them the same information? So you're sending the right information to the right people. It's very easy to manage your list. If they go to section C and only 3% of the people, clicked on there, they don't care. Why would you ever go back there? How many people in here think this is the hardest thing to do with email marketing? Anybody in here take actual initiatives to grow your list? And how do you make out with that?
Basically, anybody that contacts us by email for any reason, we ask permission and put them in our constant contact list.
Do you do that in any other way, shape, or form?
Well, yeah, in other words, if Acme Novelty Company from Walla Walla, Washington contacts us, we'll look at their email format, their domain format, and then try to find other people within that organization that we send permission requests to them to bring them into the list. And it's somewhat effective. I don't know statistically how effective it is.
Well, here are the facts. You want to take every opportunity available to you to grow your list. Every page on your website, top left-hand corner, should have a join our mailing list button. Your receptionist or your voicemail should be, hey, it's Chuck, sorry I can't answer the phone right now. Leave me your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Oh, by the way, don't forget to join our email list. What are you trying to do? You don't want to just throw information out there, throw it up against the wall and hope something sticks. Everything should have a purpose of what you're trying to accomplish with that. So you can look at the numbers, figure out what's working, what isn't working, are we getting the results that we want? Okay? It doesn't happen as much anymore, but every seminar we used to do, somebody would come in and say, can I buy a list and send it to them? No, that's spam. And here's another thing. Respect their decision, but don't be afraid to ask them why they're opting out. They might be giving you some good information that might change some of your policies and procedures. Just say, hey, we respect the fact that you've opted out. Do you mind sharing with us why you've decided to do that? Be legally compliant. Again, we're here to teach you best practices. They work. The biggest problem is, remember, 93% of all emails that go out there, people are trying to sell you something. That's not what you want to do. Before the internet, when you went out and you went cold calling to find new business, it used to take an average, depending what your business was or is, how good you or your staff was as salespeople, to turn a prospect into a client. It actually took, on average, seven communications before you could turn them from a prospect into a client. Now that number has changed with social media and email marketing. Does anybody want to take a guess at what that number is now? Anybody? Somebody humor us?
3?
3? It's actually 33. That 7 used to be when you'd show up at somebody's office, trying to get through a gatekeeper that's sitting there with a machine gun and, hand grenades, not letting you get behind them. It's so much easier now to talk to people and stay in touch with them. Does that make sense? That's exactly what we're talking about.